How's it going, everybody? GodBaer here. Once again, thank you for clicking into one of my videos. We are back on Madden 18 with our online league. We have the 1-0 Baltimore Ravens going up against the 0-1 Cleveland Browns. We now have Tevin Coleman. We traded away Marshall Yanda for a 76 overall center. We moved him to left tackle to replace where we put Yanda, and we also gained a second-round draft pick amongst swapping fourths because I'm going to, of course, try to aim for that Super Bowl. And that fourth is practically going to be a fifth for me, so I went and tried to get and move up in the fourth round. As well as moving Matthew Judon, the outside linebacker, to defensive end just to hope to get some more pressure. Last week in week 1, we had Wormley get 3 sacks. Hopefully he can continue and come out here with the same success as my opponent hits us with a nice little out route early on. He likes to scramble out. He does have Colin Kaepernick as his quarterback, and I'm happy about that. Jimmy Smith getting a nice easy turnover to start off this game. Losing 1 yard with Tevin Coleman, needing to get this run game going, and then no surprise, we were going to see him eventually. Myles Garrett with the first sack of the game for the Cleveland Browns, and we need to come out here and get sacks of our own. Right there was Brandon Williams, that 96 strength dude. He's one of my older players. I have 3 players on this entire depth chart, starting that is, that are over 25 years old. Everyone else is 25 or younger, and we are built for the future, as Jeremy Maclin is one of those players that is over 25, as well as Mike Wallace. I guess 4 because Jimmy Smith is also 29, I believe, and then Brandon Williams. So there's 4 players that are over 25, but that is not the point. Right now we're trying to get inside this red zone, rolling out, tried to throw the ball away, but he dove and took us down for the sack. So 3rd and 19, we got our man, another rookie wide receiver. He's actually our lowest, like 5th or 6th string wide receiver, but he got into the end zone, jumped up for that one, and we take the lead. So I don't care what your overall is. If you're going to play higher than what you should, I'll take it. Thank you for playing. And right there, face mask penalty, so my opponent gets 15 extra yards. Working down this field, he continues to dink and dunk us down the field. He's got a lot of crossing routes, and Corey Coleman going up over 2 defenders, getting that touchdown. So now it is a 7-7 game, pretty much just like it just started. We've just seen a little bit of each other's offense and defense. I am trying to get this first down. Myles Garrett chases us down 1 yard shy of getting that first down. And right now, gotta love that man, CJ Mosley. He doesn't have a whole lot of hit power, but when you get those user hit sticks, people like to cough up that ball. We are inside the red zone trying to get in this end zone. And there we go. Mike Wallace, one of those older guys, but I have a rookie quarterback, and I just want players to progress. Obviously, I have 2 top wide receivers that are old, but other than that, Washington, as Tavon Young gets a nice little interception for a touchdown. I'm just trying to do everything I can to get this rookie quarterback built up. I will play older players just to help him out passing the ball, make sure people can hold on to the passes. As right there, we played nice little blues and played them up or deeper than they usually are. Tevin Coleman almost getting down into the red zone. I know he only got down to the 39-yard line, but if it wasn't for that diving tackle, just like that one, we would have gotten into the end zone, and we are getting the run game going. Tevin Coleman, I'm so happy I have this man. I'm going to have a 2-headed monster because Alex Collins is still an 80 overall backup, but right now my running back loves Isaiah Crowell out of that backfield, trying to lock him up. And he's hitting us with some no huddle here. He's streaking both of his tight ends. He's got an underneath route and then the running back on a wide route. It was very annoying to deal with in this possession. But we ended up calling timeout and coming out here in different formations. Cover 2 right there, trying to get an interception just to prevent him from getting any points. But right now, we got this man, Tevin Coleman. I feel much better getting a big run play than I do a big pass play. Obviously, I'm not the best of passers. As you see, I'm struggling to find someone open, but circle right here is going to cut off field. He's going to catch it, hold on to it. Thank you, Mike Wallace. And we're going to kick a 53-yard field goal to go up 31-10, opening up the second half with ball. And when I didn't tell you guys, week 1 was 7-minute quarters with 20-second excel, as that was one of the most beautiful passes I've ever seen, followed by one of the worst passes. I knew my opponent was going to be out in cover 2, but I threw it to the flats anyways, and unfortunately for me, I threw it as soon as that DB started cutting down towards my running back. And of course, you saw he took it back for a pick 6. 2nd and 7. I'm going to go ahead and try to scramble this one out. We are going to pick up the first down. And we're also going to give the Browns a first down. They're going to get this inside the 30-yard line down at the 26. I'm just happy a fat man got his hands on that football so he wasn't able to get a whole lot of yards on the return. My opponent has a good opportunity to cut this down to a 1-score lead, which of course we're going to try to prevent to the best of our capabilities. 3rd and goal on the 6. Little late on that read, trying to go over and cover the slant route, but good job by my opponent. I'm going to feed Tevin Coleman to my opponent, spinning, trying to break and get as many extra yardage as I possibly can. Tevin Coleman is a phenomenal running back as we get a face mask penalty of our own. 15 extra yards inside the red zone. We picked up a nice little rookie out of the free agency. He's a 75 overall, 80 speed, 70 run blocking, and speaking of that two-headed monster, Alex Collins gets another touchdown. If you guys watched episode 1, we did not have the Tevin Coleman trade fulfilled or followed through quite yet, so Alex Collins had 90 yards with rushing touchdown in the week 1 game against the forgot who I played. We already moved on, but anyways, we're playing the Cleveland Browns right now. Welcome to the NFL once again, Myles Garrett. You already had a sack, but since you wanted another one, we're going to go ahead and get a nice, I guess, special teams, not defensive plays, but the only touchdown my fullback will probably ever get on that fumble recovery for a touchdown. And despite having back-to-back terrible possessions, as Colin Kaepernick doesn't want to go down, he's fighting to do everything he possibly can. Chuck Clark getting an interception, trying to break some tackles, not going anywhere. But Chuck Clark, if you guys remember or watched episode 1, had 2 interceptions. He is my lowest overall, as right now I'm just forcing a pass. I have no idea why I threw that one. Just trying to feed it to my rookie wide receiver, Washington. And of course, that was like double, triple coverage. I was streaking, playing verts, and I threw it regardless of what was going to happen. But this man that I was going to bring up had 2 interceptions last week. He's got 2 interceptions this week. He is the lowest overall on my team at a 66. He was a rookie fill-in option for my free safety spot. I don't like any of the Ravens safeties in Eric Weddle or Tony Jefferson. They're both incredibly slow, which is why we put Jimmy Smith at the strong safety spot. And now Alex Collins, nice spin move, making sure we hurdle that last tackle. I don't want to get downed at the 1-yard line again, or just prevented from getting into the end zone when I should. And Chuck Clark is having a phenomenal, I guess, showcase of why he should be a starter. He's a 66 overall, but he's playing like an 80-90 overall with 4 interceptions on the season. And this game is just about out of hand, especially because Tevin Coleman's got nothing but green in front of him. Jason McCourty trying to chase him down. We have to hurdle. This man, using the Cleveland Browns, is a phenomenal dive tackler, and he tackled us a couple times, prevented us from getting any big gains. As Chuck Clark, I'm happy you have 5 interceptions on the season now, 3 in this game. Can you guys say Defensive Player of the Year? If not Defensive Player of the Year, he's at least going to get Defensive Rookie of the Year. 5 interceptions in 2 games. I didn't even expect this man to get 5 interceptions on the entire season, as we're going to put up 60 points on our opponent, 62-24. There are 26 seconds left in this game, continuing to hit us with these slant routes. My opponent's trying to work down this field, seeing what he can do. Right now, taking a sack by Matthew Judon, the new defensive end. He was an outside linebacker, like I said at the beginning of the video. Now defensive end. Last play of the game, just chucks it up. And we're going to improve to 2-0 on the season. I'm happy, and I remember the game we played in week 1 was against the Bengals because it was a divisional game under a 50 QBR for Colin Kaepernick. Unfortunately, Mason Rudolph's first 2, actually 3 turnovers of the season, 2 interceptions, 1 fumble, but Tevin Coleman, 242 yards. Alex Collins with 51 rushing yards, 3 total rushing touchdowns. And again, I like to spread the ball out. There's not a specific target I like to go at in my receiving core. Just whoever gets open is going to get the ball. So it's all up to my wide receivers. If you want the ball, make sure you find some clear space and put that hand up and I will get it to you. And Chuck Clark, easily player of the game in my opinion. 3 interceptions. Would have been lovely if he would have been able to take one of those back for a defensive touchdown like this man Tavon Young was, and then his Denzel Ward rookie wide receiver cornerback was also able to get one into the end zone, so that's going to help him progress. And I'm very happy with this team. A lot of youth, so I'm happy that people have been able to step up despite the inexperience to play well. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to let me know down in the comment section below and by that thumbs up. Much appreciated. And until next time everybody, GodBaer out.